ups and downs. We're always living through ups and downs. Sometimes we feel great, sometimes we feel devastated, and it's important to realize, to recognize that we are always going to have ups and downs. And it's very important not just to say, okay, yes, it's normal, but because you can just focus on that and say, okay, yeah, it's just part of the life. For many different reasons, we're going to have ups and downs every time, and that really helps to recognize that it's not as important as it appears. So when you feel completely down, you can say, yeah, it's just like sometimes I just say to myself, okay, I'm tired. I know that I'm tired, so obviously I feel more receptive to negative things, and I don't take that into account very much. I just say, okay, I'm just tired, let that go, and I know that when I'll be more in shape, all that will have changed. So it's really not important. And when you can say some things like that to yourself, things like just disappear almost, more or less disappear. At least the intensity is far less greater very easily. So just recognizing that, okay, I'm going to have ups and downs, helps really to remove the importance of the down, moments when you feel down. And for a lot of reasons, that's really important to recognize that we are not what we are feeling. We are not, the experience we are living right now. So, and our resources are much more important than what we feel we have in a given moment. So when we feel powerless, without resources, we feel we are unworthy, and a lot of things. We have so many negative thoughts. Not necessarily every time, but going through our heads all day long. That if we can just notice them and confront them very easily like that, and think, okay, it's just part of the life, and it's really not important at all. I am not all that. I know it's going to happen. I've always known. Like when I was doing judo competitions, and you can relate to that very probably if you have been doing some competitions of all other things where you are under stress and there are some difficulties to overcome. You are going to feel stressed. You are going to doubt yourself. You are going to have negative feelings and a lot of things like that. But you know that it's completely part of the game. You get used to that, and you also know that the game is really to dismiss them and say, okay, I know all that is part of the game. My role is to focus on what I want, on being good no matter what, despite those feelings. And those feelings are just part of the game, but that's not what I'm going to focus on. And because of my knowledge, my habit of experiencing that and making do with that, I become good in this situation. So that's any competitors know this situation. That it's completely part of the game, and you are good because you can accept them and saying to yourself, okay, this is what I feel, but those feelings are not going to dictate who I am and how I'm going to behave. And that's for that I'm good. And that's just a question of, confronting them, knowing that it's just part of the game, being very clear about that, and just from this new point of view, new realization, new awareness, all those negative feelings have an intensity that is really decreased by maybe 80% just because of that. So that's just a very important aspect to consider, to reconsider, to think about again and again, to realize again and again, and that changes completely the rules for having a good life. Okay, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye bye.